what's up everyone? Bigfoot here. Wanted to talk about a few things with you guys today, but first and foremost, wanted to give a quick update on the mosquito patches. We have sold a ton of these things. I mean, like a couple hundred boxes, something like that, and so much that the supplier on Amazon actually sold out of them. I got in contact with them today, and they said that they'll have supplies again on Friday. So if you're still interested in buying them and getting that 25% discount, check back on Friday. They should be back in stock. And for those of you that have already purchased them, if you have any feedback of how you've seen them perform, would love to see that in the comments. One of the things that I still owe you guys is checking to see how they hold up in some of the most extreme mosquito environments. So I still have that left to do, but that will be coming very shortly. All right, let's talk about a few things in regards to my hikes, in regards to the channel. So I have my big hike coming up first at the end of July, which is my fastest known time attempt of the Superior Hiking Trail. And pretty soon I'm going to start shifting the content of my channel to what is relevant with what's happening with me in my own life, specifically my hiking life. So having said that, the next 3 Sundays here, the 11th, the 18th, the 25th of June, those are going to be the last 3 Sundays that I'm going to have content about the Appalachian Trail. And what my idea is, wrap up some of the topics with the Appalachian Trail the rest of the June month, shift about my upcoming hikes. So I have the John Muir Trail and the Superior Hiking Trail coming. And then after I'm done with those hikes, I'll be talking about those, my learnings, kind of similar with what I did with the Appalachian Trail, except on a smaller scale. And when we get towards later in the year and folks are doing a lot more research for their upcoming through hikes, I will shift back to the Appalachian Trail and wrap up any other topics and things that we have not covered, which I know there's probably going to be many. So first thing that I need from you guys is, what are some of the biggest areas that I have not covered yet about the Appalachian Trail? I would really love to see what kind of things you guys think that I still need to cover. I know I've covered a lot, and I still have probably 15 or so topics left on my notes to still cover, but I've tried to cover what I felt were some of the biggest areas of concern that people have, or biggest things that people research that they need to know about. But I want to make sure these next 3 weeks that I'm spot on with what you guys still need. So please make sure you respond in the comments about anything that you would like me to do topics around. I know I might get, all kinds of different responses, but what seems to be the most popular responses, I'll probably do the videos on those. So if your response has already been given, go ahead and give it again. That just tells me that there's some more popularity with that topic. Now back to the Superior Hiking Trail. This is kind of what my idea is with how we are going to handle the videos as we're getting closer and closer to my attempt of the speed record. I am doing a pre-hike here on Father's Day weekend. It will be my second pre-hike. In that video, those videos, I am going to be sporting all of the gear that I've been working on dialing in for this hike. I'm going to have a brand new pack. I'm going to have about 5 to 7 items that I never had with me on the Appalachian Trail. And I am going to cut other items that I had with me on my last through hike. My base weight that I am trying to get to is below 7 pounds, but that is still being worked upon right now. Stay tuned for my hikes here on Father's Day weekend to see what pack that I'm sporting, but I plan on doing a full pre-hike gear list video, kind of like I did with the Appalachian Trail, sometime at the end of June. So in about a few weeks, I should have a better idea of exactly what I'm going to be bringing with me on my FKT attempt here of the Spirit Hiking Trail. Now, in addition to my gear list, I'm also going to be dialing in my food. Now, the nice thing about this hike is I can plan and bring whatever I want. I have no issues with resupplying or not having all of the items that I want at the discretion of the place that I'm buying it at, because I'm not on the Appalachian Trail, I'm not through hiking. I can order whatever I want, I can get whatever I want, so I really don't have any boundaries, which is really nice. You're going to see a big change in what I ate on the Appalachian Trail to what I'm going to be eating here on the Spirit Hiking Trail. Knowing that I'm going to be hiking somewhere, at least my goal is over 40 miles a day, I need to eat a lot of calories. I need to have a lot of protein, a lot of carbs. I probably need to eat at a minimum of every hour, maybe sometimes every 45 minutes. But right now, I'm just working on dialing in the foods that are responding very well for me out there on the trail while I'm doing these pre-hikes. But more to come on that. But that video will probably drop sometime after my gear list video. And then I'm just going to be talking about how I'm preparing my body, how I'm preparing my mind for this trip, and then just, I'm sure there's going to be some other off topics that are going to come up as I get closer to my FKT attempt of the Spirit Hiking Trail. Now, after I get done with the Spirit Hiking Trail, I will be starting to prepare for the John Muir Trail, which I'm really stoked about. I'm more excited about the John Muir Trail than I am about the FKT of the Spirit Hiking Trail. And I'm going to go with a different gear list for that as well. So I'll do a gear list and probably a spotlight on some of the bigger pieces of gear that I'm bringing on that through hike. And then, and some other things. So like, as an example, I am going to bring a stove with me on the JMT. I'm not going to be stoveless, which is going to change some of my food options and other things. So I'll be talking about that and how I planned and prepared, and probably a video about the permitting process on the John Muir Trail. I have lots of topics to talk about as it pertains to the JMT. But that will probably start happening sometime in the middle of August. Now, I start my JMT hike on September 10th, I believe, and it will run through the 25th of September. So that's my timeline for the JMT. And then when I get done with the JMT, I will be doing a series of videos about my learnings from the JMT, my through hike videos, all kinds of things. And again, kind of have a smaller series of what I did with the Appalachian Trail for the John Muir Trail. So that's what you can expect as we move forward. The day of the week that I'll be dropping my premiere videos is on Sunday. Again, these next 3 weeks in June, I will continue to make the Appalachian Trail related videos, and then switching gears to the Spirit Hiking Trail and the John Muir Trail on my Sunday videos from July through probably November, somewhere around that time frame, and then we'll switch back to the Appalachian Trail if I've been able to cover everything on the John Muir Trail, so we can hit the time where everyone's doing their research on their Appalachian Trail upcoming through hike, again just similar to what I did here this last year. Now, if you're interested in knowing news about my hikes, news about my gear, and just news about my life in general a lot faster than what you'll see here on YouTube, you can become a member of Patreon. I've been sharing with them a lot of information about what's going on, what's happening, more real time than sometimes it might take a week or two for me to make the videos and put it out on YouTube. But in addition to that, you'll be able to follow all of my through hikes. You'll get the link to my GPS so you actually can physically track me, where I'm at during my FKT attempt. Am I ahead of schedule? Am I behind schedule? And of course, you'll be able to see me progress through the John Muir Trail as well. Now, in addition to that, I will be doing live feeds on both trails and everything I'm really doing in between there, as long as I have a cell phone signal. So I'll be doing that on my private Facebook page that everyone that signs up as a $5 or more level on Patreon will get access to that reward. But if you're interested in that, make sure you check out my Patreon. It's not too late. I have my pre-hike coming up here in a couple weeks on Father's Day weekend, so you'll be able to see that. We're going up to Scenic State Park this weekend. I'll be doing a video, doing some live feeds on that. I'm going to my favorite place in the entire world, which is the Boundary Waters in the first week of July. So we got that too. I mean, there are so many trips that I have planned this year outside of my thru hikes, and I can't wait to take a lot of you guys along. But again, if you want to see a more inner side of things, a more personal side, and find out a lot of this news that's happening here with me and the channel faster, make sure you check out Patreon. All right, guys, well, that wraps it up. Make sure you comment below on what you would like to see from this channel in terms of content as we progress here these next 3 weeks in terms of the Appalachian Trail. And if you have ideas of what you would like to see for my upcoming thru hikes, the Spear Hiking Trail, the John Muir Trail, my Boundary Waters trip, scenic, whatever it might be, if there's something that you think would be very valuable for the channel, videos you would like to see, make sure you put that in the comments below as well. Thanks, everyone. Stay so many more Bigfoot sightings, and remember to always follow Bigfoot.